Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
You know the deal, man. OTA Live is the name of the show. Every single Tuesday night, 10 to 1 a.m. And, of course, Thursday nights from 11 to 1. Ty Harper, Reds Digital hanging out. No bio tonight. All right, we come back with the UBX on Thursday as per usual. Tonight, OTA Talk. And if you know how we put it down, man, or if you don't know how we put it down about once a month, you know, we replace the bio and just chop it up with a special guest. You can check the video clips from all the past episodes of OTA Talk. Guests like, I mean, man, who have we had in here? Cardi, Julie, Hank Shockley.
Don't even start, man.
Yeah, you go to YouTube.
Especially over the last couple of months, man.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. All right, check out for OTA Live on YouTube, MySpace, and, of course, Facebook. And we were right in the middle of some, you know, big talk, man. Some serious talk with Glenn Lewis.
For those who didn't hear, the question I was asking Glenn is something that we hear. We hear a lot of label rhetoric, right?
Yeah.
And the word that a lot of us hear when we don't get an album is it's either been shelved or postponed. From what you know, what does that mean?
What does that mean? That means that something happened on the inside that ain't got nothing to do with you, and you gotta suffer and you gotta pay for it.
Yeah. Now, at the time, you were managed by Vidal and
Dre.
Yeah.
Or actually, no. Production-wise, I was working with Dre and Vidal.
Okay.
Who did, you know, they did Flowetry, Usher.
Yeah.
Just whomever. You know,
Yeah,
so
they're nice. Yeah.
You know, and I was handled by an entertainment company based out of Philadelphia, Rockstar Entertainment. And, you know, in all fairness, they did what they felt was in the better interest of their company, but at the same time would have a, you know, still have a positive effect on my career. But first and foremost, I mean, unfortunately, the way the game is, you know, ultimately people are looking out for their own interest. There were particular things that were happening at Sony at the time that they believed it was wise to leave based on ethics and just certain things that they was doing. But, you know, you don't leave one job without having another job secured.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the problem, you know, that's where the problem came in, where, you know, we were talking with Matthew Knowles, and I was supposed to go over to, you know, Music World.
Yes.
But for one reason or another, that situation disappeared. Now, you know, I don't know, like, maybe the numbers were too high. You know, maybe people were asking for too much. I don't know. But again, as a result, the person that suffers
is the artist.
Is the artist. But, you know, it's like, at the time, you know, there was the whole consolidation with Sony and with BMG. You know, they merged.
Yeah. And
people were let go. And a lot of the people that were fighting for my project on the inside at Sony, you know, they were cut.
Mm-hmm.
And all those things contributed to they were pulling back on the album because they didn't know how the relationship between Sony and between the production company Rockstar Entertainment, they didn't really know how that was gonna pan out. So they pulled back on it, and they kept playing hardball. Rockstar Entertainment kept playing hardball with Sony, and it eventually led to we got our release, but we didn't have any other home to go to.
Right.
And yeah, man. And to make matters worse, you know, a few like months later, I so happen to, you know, I walk with my music just in case. You never know, you know what I'm saying? You might have to sit down with somebody, chop it up. So I always have my music on hand. My CD case gets stolen. Somebody was watching me real close. My CD case gets stolen, and literally weeks later, there was like bootleg copies of my material around. But
crazy, because you had your album done already. You were saying,
yeah, it was done.
Did you really fathom how big of an impact the internet, Napster, because 2002 was the year. Napster hit its all-time high in terms of people just hopping on.
Yeah.
Did you, as an artist, did you get it? Did you understand what was about to happen in terms of it affecting the music industry?
To be honest with you, not to the extent that it has today. It's a part of the reason why, you know, there's only a handful of cats really doing it. You know what I'm saying? You got Chris Brown, you got John Legend, you know, Usher, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? But you know, before there was always a new artist coming out. There was always new artists, and you don't really see that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It hurt the industry, man, majorly. Everybody with the download and stuff. It's like, to me, I still want the artwork. You know what I'm saying? I know with iTunes you could actually
they're starting to do that
get
now.
the booklet thing or whatever on there, right?
Yeah.
But going back to the question, I had no clue, man. I heard the whole stir between, I think it was, what was the band, Megadeth or something like that?
Metallica. And Dr.
Yeah.
Dre as well was involved in some serious like talk with trying to get like why
Trying to
you
stop
guys
it. Yeah.
why you guys doing this. But we are here in 2007 and it is what it is. Looking at R&B right now, because I mean you have that experience of looking back to what it was back in the 90s to now.
Yeah.
Give me one thing that you really like about what's happening right now, and one thing that you just are like shaking your head about.
The thing that I'm liking right now is that the stuff that really stays, the stuff that really has an impact, there's quality in it. Like, I like that Jay Holiday kid. You know what I'm saying? That Bed joint. And there's a couple other joints from his album that I was like, nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. You know what I mean? You know, and a lot of cats are forced to step their game up. Like, Chris Brown is a performer. He's really leaving everything out on the stage. And vocally, he's growing. Album to album, project to project. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. So it's forcing, the climate right now is forcing artists to really come with that.
The full package.
Over the top stuff. You know what I'm saying? The thing that I don't like, I mean, and every artist will tell you, man, it's hurting our livelihood. People, I mean, I understand the convenience. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get something for free, I mean, why would you want to pay for it? I understand it. But it's like, it's hurting the artistry. There's a, like, it could potentially contribute to you not hearing the next dude.
I think it already does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it does. But
I don't think we'll have another Thriller. We won't have that.
You won't have the 40 million seller.
You will, but it'll be once. Whereas Michael Jackson might have been once every 5 years you had something like that. Now it'll be once every
you'll have 40 million ringtones.
15, 20 years.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I don't think we'll ever have that.
I mean, cats can still move units. I mean, you know, you got Usher doing Diamond. You know, I mean, mind you, he kind of came in the golden era, and he had a lot of key cats behind him. Jermaine Dupri, Puffy.
He's been in it longer than you. To a degree.
Yeah, seriously.
It took him a long time to get to that.
To build to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as in this day and age, I mean, you might be right, man. And I could only see it getting tougher if the consumer doesn't get to the point of, like, I mean, it's fine if you assembling like your favorite joints on your iPod or whatever, but you know, to me, there's just nothing like going out and getting it and supporting your favorite artist.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really love them like that, then show them love. You know what I'm saying?
The bottom line is that you pay for whether you pay for it or not, you end up paying for it quality wise.
What about the philosophy now of, like, okay, you know people are going to get it for free, so you just use the internet as much as you can, build a fan base, and then just make your touring money.
Yeah, I mean, that's, quite honestly, that's the angle that a lot of people are taking now. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not really about the album sales as much as it is about live and merchandise. You know what I mean? And really building your brand to venture out into other areas. You know, you've seen a lot of artists now, you know, going into film. You know, they're trying to go back into the Sammy Davis Jr. days where you that triple, quadruple threat, doing it all. So, I mean, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point that that's become what it is. You know, that's if you want to survive in this, then you looking at, all right, let me build my hype, let me get what I got to get out of this, maybe jump on a couple of mixtapes, whatever, and get it to the point where I could hit the road and, you know, make my money that way. Yeah. I mean, the cool thing is right now, the way that it's at, you can use the internet. It's advantageous to the artist, and you can use it in such a way where you can use it to your advantage to boost your like, especially if you're an artist that's unestablished. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're an artist that is established, one way or another, you can use it to your advantage, no question. I just think that as far as the big sellers and that kind of thing, I just think it's unrealistic for any artist to even look at that route. Like, man, I ain't making the money that I could be or I used to or whatever else. You gotta find other creative avenues, whether you're aligning your brand with somebody else's brand, right? You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know, you see different cats doing Gap
Sponsorships.
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like
Yeah.
Gap commercials, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes, man. That's where it's at.